Hi, I'm Kelsey Mora, the Chief Clinical Officer for Pickles Group. I want to tell you a little bit more about what we call at Pickles Group the Pickles Way. This is a way for you to listen to your kids, validate what they're feeling, and reassure them, even when there's no solution. We talk about providing support over solutions. So the first step is to listen. Listen first. This can help you to know what your kids are thinking and feeling. It'll build trust and connection so that they feel more comfortable asking their difficult questions, sharing their feelings, and what you're worried about may be really different than what they're worried about. You may hear from a kid who's upset that they keep missing soccer practice because of their parent's health condition, or you may hear from a kid who is disappointed that their parent can't run and play with them in the same way. So, pausing and listening can really help us tune in to what's at the top of their mind. It also might help us catch misconceptions, things that they don't understand, things that they are thinking that aren't true, so that we can correct those things. So listen first. This is true for working with adults too. We want to listen to each other so that we can understand what one another is thinking and feeling during a difficult time. Once we listen, we can validate. Validating doesn't necessarily mean agreeing. So if your kid is upset about something that you feel really differently about, that's okay. You can still validate their feeling. I see you. I hear you. It sounds like you're really upset about. It sounds like this is really hard for you. I get that. I'm listening. Right? Listen first and then validate. Validating can be just saying exactly what you're hearing or seeing from them. I see you're upset. I hear that this is really hard for you. It's not about having answers, solutions, being able to fix anything, but just helping them feel seen and heard in whatever's on their mind. So listen first and then validate. Validate is so important because it helps kids feel like they can share or express whatever they need to, even if it's difficult to say out loud. Once we validate, then we can move to reassuring. Reassuring, again, doesn't necessarily mean solutions. It may not mean fixing anything. It may be almost an extension of your validation. Sometimes an I wish statement saying, I wish things were different. I wish we weren't facing this. I wish your dad had more energy too. It may also mean some problem solving, saying, it sounds really hard that you can't play in the same way. Let's brainstorm. Who are some people that you can play with in that way? Or what are some things that you can do with their parent when they're not feeling well? So helping them brainstorm and working together to think. It also might mean just sitting with those feelings. I know this is really hard. It might not always be this way, but it feels really hard right now. And that makes sense. So again, listen, validate, and reassure. We can't control the situation. We can control how supported kids feel. And that can be something that has a lasting impact on their emotional well being. So, the Pickles way: listen first, validate, and then reassure. That also might mean redirecting, especially if a lot of feelings are coming up right before bed. You might even say something like, I'm worried that these are a lot of big thoughts right before bed, and I want your body to rest. Can we write them down or hold them and talk about them later? I care about these thoughts and feelings, but I want to make sure that they're helpful to you and not making it harder to sleep, rest, or relax. And that's where those coping skills come in. Taking deep breaths, using an activity to get those feelings out, maybe writing, dancing, listening to music, doing jumping jacks, maybe a meditation, recognizing that everyone copes different and making time and space to cope with those really hard feelings that you're already validating.